Let's see if I can do this in one take. Probably not. Good afternoon, everybody. Mayang Uto. This is Ned over My Philippine Dreams and to the E to the D over at MPD, coming at you from Dumaguete City, the city of ostensibly gentle people. Today is March 25th, 2019, the first day of the rest of our lives. And this is going to be a short video. I'm going to try to keep it short and try to get right to the point if I can, to save you time, because I know time is precious, time is a commodity, and we're all on borrowed time. All right, if you happen to know me, if you're unfortunate enough to actually know me in real life, you'll know that I'm possessed of a good number of character flaws, an actual plethora, a cornucopia, if you will, of negative qualities. First and foremost of these, in my humble opinion, at least I think, is I'm a pretty vain person. When it comes to my appearance in particular, I'm very vain. I'm self-conscious. I'm overweight. I'm 51 years old. I'm 5'10". I'm 201 pounds right now. And I have a layer of what I like to call my protective fat over my body, which, you know, is not that pleasant, for me at least, to look at in the mirror. Yeah, so especially when I am not clothed, I try to avoid mirrors as much as possible. Vanity is one of the deadly sins, and unfortunately, I am guilty of that, so I am probably going to spend the rest of my life in hell. Up until that point, though, I'm going to do everything I can to try to lose some weight and to try to look somewhat good. Now, some of you might have heard of this latest dieting fad called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a couple variations. I'm sticking to the most basic one, which is basically you eat for 8 hours a day, and then you don't eat or you fast for 16 hours a day. Usually, though, I do about 17 hours of fasting and about 7 hours of eating. Now, for me personally, in my experience, it's worked really well so far. I'm not losing a whole lot of weight. I've lost about 6 pounds over the last 2 weeks. The vast majority of it, however, seems to be body fat. Actually, you can see my muscles actually starting to show through my fat. So that's a good thing. So it seems to be working for me. Now, having done some research, I got turned on to this by a gentleman at the gym. Thanks, Jack. Who came up to me one day and started, "Hey, Ned, blah, 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 he's doing this, he's been doing it for a long time." And he actually looks fantastic. And I didn't realize this, but he's in his 70s. And he looks amazing. He's lost a lot of body fat. He's just all ripped. He's like a ripped 70-year-old guy. Just don't let it go to your head, Jack. So he told me about this. It seemed pretty simple. I went home. I did some research on it. It's got a whole bunch of benefits, and there's actually been like scientific studies done on this. It helps with your insulin levels. It helps with cholesterol. It increases your HGH, that's your human growth hormone levels. It improves mood, and it does a whole bunch of things. Gives you more energy, all that. Being the vain person that I am, however, I really didn't care a whole lot about that, and I focused solely on the weight loss part of it. I've tried diets in the past. Diets are actually very difficult. They take a lot of effort. You got to try to count your calories. You got to watch the carbs. You got to do X, Y, and Z. So I've always historically had a hard time with them. I also like to graze all night, and I have insomnia. So I wake up numerous times at night. What I usually do is I stumble over to the fridge and just start eating whatever is available. Many mornings I have woken up with just like peanuts scattered around, potato chips, all kinds of crap. So this intermittent fasting thing, this 8 hours of eating, an 8-hour window during which you can eat, usually I go from like 1 to 8 p.m. and then I just don't eat the rest of the time, is actually very easy. Basically, it's like dieting and losing weight for dummies. It's not that difficult. At first, sometimes I would get a little lightheaded towards the end of the fast when I started to get really hungry and my body was starting to do strange things and tell me, hey, look, it's time to eat. But I eventually got out of that. Basically, when you're fasting, what you're doing is you're just drinking water, you're drinking black coffee, you're drinking tea, you can do stuff like that. And it's actually recommended that you drink a lot of water to maintain some semblance of feeling full. I haven't had that. The hunger pangs haven't really been there. I actually don't even think about it half the time. And then one day a week, I get like a cheat day. And I just, basically, I don't eat whatever I want, but I just kind of like don't have to worry about when I'm eating. So for me, this intermittent fasting thing has worked really well. If you're overweight, if you've had difficulties with diets in the past, do some research on this, check it out, and give it a shot. For me, it's just so simple to do. It's basically so easy, a cave Ned could do it. I just made that joke up, cave Ned. Get it? Caveman, cave Ned. It's pretty good. but I will try to stick to my day job. So that's basically this video. If you are somewhere and you're a little overweight and you've tried diets and you're having a hard time, and I know I'm repeating myself, but what the hell, try this intermittent fasting thing. It's not that difficult, and if I can do it, basically anybody can do it. Until next time, this is Ned. I'm on my fast. No, I'm not. I'm in my feeding window right now for 3.5 more hours. Stay well, and I'll see you next time on My Philippine Dreams. Bye. Honey, where's my Big Mac?
Oh, what a cute little puppy. That's a cute little puppy. Yes, you are.
Oh, puppy. Now, for those of you who have... bleh. Now, for you... Bleh, bleh, bleh. Hey, if you consider our work to be of any value, consider supporting us on Patreon. If you're a Patreon, you get a free copy of my ebook, and we do monthly Google Hangouts. So consider doing that, if you would please.